Hey everyone, it's pt.5 and it's time for another toy bargain hunting run. For this video, we're going to Ross, DD's Discounts, and Burlington. Of course, I'd once again love to have you come along, but before that, if you enjoy the content, make sure to drop a like, leave a comment, and sub to the channel. Patreon is in the description. Any support you give helps me out a lot and I truly appreciate it. With that out of the way, let's start the run. It's a bright and early morning and we're at the first stop of the day, Ross, right at opening time, 8 AM. And here's what I came for, a crybaby doll. Okay, outing's over, we're done here. Kidding. Anyways, the anime figures. Here's some new stuff. A Maximatics Satoru Gojo, looks pretty cool. He's got a nice dynamic pose. And then we got a Vibration Stars Gyu Tomioka. I know I've seen Gyu Tomioka figures at Ross before, but I'm not sure if this was one of them. Let's see if there's any other new anime figures here. Doesn't look like it. This is all stuff we've seen on previous outings. Let's move on to the Funko Pops, shall we? While the Funko Pop section looks rather robust, there's only a few additions this week, one being Hammer Girl from Jujutsu Kaisen, then there's Kite from Hunter x Hunter. Nothing else really in this section, even when peeling away the other layers, unless you're into more Nobatas. Are you? Moving on up, we have these cute Minnie Mouse Funko Pop figures, and then we have some Barry Allens. I think I've seen these before, but I really can't remember. Let's move on. First pass, and nothing appears to stand out from these shelves. Looks like stuff that doesn't appeal to me, or things I've seen previously, but I'll come back here later. Maybe. There's something on the back shelf that got my attention though. A DC Superpowers The Bug, which serves as Blue Beetle's aerial mobile headquarters. Let's get that back on the shelf to get a proper view. It looks pretty cool, it's got a very wallet-friendly price of $4, and it's actually got some neat features. What are they? Well, it seats 2 action figures, there's a push button to open the wings, and it has a retractable skywire, so you can have an action figure do some trapeze BS. For $4, that's a solid deal. And speaking of solid deals, we got something right here. I know you're tired of me saying Best Action TMNT action figures, but we got more Best Action TMNT action figures in the form of this massive and cool looking 4-pack. There's a lot going on here, incredible sculpt and tons of accessories, I could see that. I'm never gonna confirm the claimed amount of articulation since I don't really care. As you can see, all the turtles are in black and white color except their headbands. That's fine in this case, they still look really good. And all for $21? I said this was a solid deal and I wasn't lying. That averages to $5.25 per figure. There are listings on eBay for as low as $32, but I have no doubt a lot of people bought these from Ross and are trying to flip them. So, should I get this Best Action TMNT action figure 4-pack? Well, I think the answer's obvious. I'll get this Marvel Angry Bird set when it drops down to 49 cents, and that set should have also come with the Gwen Stacy figurine. And these are simply the most appropriate and fitting Pez dispensers I've ever seen. That does look like a Kara Tokyo Revenger would drive. Maybe. I don't know, let's keep it moving. Oh, and look, we got more Transformers action figures here. They're not really selling. Maybe I'll wait for them to go on clearance, and I could get them for a much better price. Not much going on here. Oh, hey Giant Stitch, how you doing? Then oh, for Franklin's sake, I am tired of seeing this guy. And more Best Action TMNT action figures, Bee Swarm Simulator Bear action figures for $5. That's kinda odd. Huh. And then we have more Marvel Angry Birds, but let's get back to that Bee Swarm Simulator action figure. Let's flip it around to the back side. Let's see. Don't really know what's going on here. Wait a minute, that bear action figure, it's shaped like a Roblox character. Yeah, it is. And yeah, I looked online, and Bee Simulator is a Roblox game. Onto the next shelf and onto finding more treasure, hopefully. And this certainly isn't treasure. That is one dirty Squishmallow bed. Well, if I bought that for my non-existent pet dog, I doubt they really care. Here's a question for my viewers. Are your Raw stores riddled with these random ass Jada Toys cart and minifigure sets? I see them so often as of late and they just don't move. No one's interested. Even if these drop to 49 cents, I have zero interest in owning these. But here's something I feel the complete opposite for. Another Best Action TMNT action figure. Who could have seen that coming, right? It's like an RKO from out of nowhere. Anyways, here's a Comic Noir Dark Leonardo. I've seen Dark Leonardo in Funko Pop form before, but this is the first time I've seen him as an action figure, and the Comic Noir color scheme really emphasizes the dark part of this action figure. There's no doubt this thing is really cool, and needless to say, so that's 2 good things found at the first stop. It's a pretty good start so far, so let's keep going. Oh lovely, someone wanted to steal some Minecraft action figures. Be better than that, don't do it. Hey, there's some more bendy action figures by Jakks Pacific. These are pretty much a similar vein with their line of Super Mario and Sonic the Hedgehog 4-inch action figures. They typically have the same price too, as far as Ross is concerned. Anyone bite on these? You can tell my hands are full when I'm having trouble maintaining properly distanced shots. And here we go again. It's a WWE Ultimate Edition action figure of Seth Franklin Rollins, and it looks like he's ready for Mardi Gras or something like that. He's free of body hair, which may or may not be accurate, and 20 bucks? No thank you. Can we get some action figures of his wife Becky Lynch instead at Ross or something? Actually, that probably won't happen because I bet her action figures sell so well that they'll never be at discount stores. Since there's not too much going on at this moment, I have another question for my viewers. What are some of your best finds from discount stores? I know I'm not the only one who finds amazing stuff. I know you all do as well. So let me know in the comments what kind of great stuff you found. And speaking of great stuff, am I talking about more Best Action TMNT action figures? Yes I am. I think I need a Best Action TMNT action figure counter for this video. Anyways, we got an IDW version of my favorite turtle, Donatello. And wow, this one has a lowered price of 8 bucks. Dark Leonardo costs $10 and they're pretty much of the same series of action figures. Sure, the dollar amount per figure is nowhere near as good as the 4-pack bundle we saw earlier, but outside of price drops and clearance, it won't be better. However, 8 bucks for my favorite turtle and $10 for an awesome number 2? Not you, but I can't say no to the others. Wait, I already acquired that action figure. I don't need to play the sound again. Screw it. Check this out. Behind the Seth Franklin Rollins action figure is another Best Action TMNT action figure. I wonder what the counter's at right now. Anyways, here's Krang with the Bubble Walker. I forgot to get a shot of the price tag, but he cost 8 bucks, $2 down from when I first saw him late last year. I swear, there's been so much Best Action TMNT action figures at Ross. It's kinda mind-boggling, and oh my god, they have more Best Action TMNT action figures of Donatello. This Ross was just loaded up with them. Now, I'm just saying Best Action TMNT action figures to get the counter up, aren't I? Yeah, why wouldn't I? Before I check out, I gotta make my usual stop of saying hi to one of my best friends at this location, and I could see him from here. It doesn't hurt to take one more quick look. Oh, check that out. I guess someone had second thoughts about stealing that Mario action figure. Good. Hey Santa, how you doing? Keeping those shelves warm? Great. You too, Santa clone? Yep, keep those shelves warm. I'll see you next time? Okay. And like I've said before, the best thing about going to Ross right when it opens is there's almost always no line. Aside from me, there's probably 5 other customers in the store. We're at stop number 2, Burlington, and that McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse action figure end cap is gone, as I expected. Now it's just full of diaries basically. Let's continue down the aisle of cars, dart guns, water guns, and crappy dinosaur toys, or in other words, junk. Is there anything noteworthy on the end cap at the other side? For the most part, no, but Burlington did restock these 4-inch Jakks Pacific Sonic the Hedgehog action figures. If you missed out before, you got another chance. There's one more thing left I want to look for, so let's head down this aisle and get to it. Wait, what's this? A Poppy VHS bundle by Fat Mojo with 7 exclusive items. I've been seeing their stuff often at discount stores lately. This bundle has some exclusive solid gold figures. I don't know the characters, but they're solid gold. For 8 bucks, that's just a little over $1 per item. Maybe if you count the box, that's 8 items, so $1 per piece. Pretty damn good if you ask me. There's a Black Adam action figure, and there's Static Shock. It looks like they moved the McFarlane Toys DC action figures to the shelves. Anyways, let's check out that Lightyear action figure 4-pack that still hasn't moved. Well, I guess they changed the spot of where it used to be. It's not right there, but let's keep looking. Wait a minute. I don't see it. I don't see it anywhere. No, I must have missed it. There's no way that thing could have sold. Let's just keep looking. I'm sure I missed it. Bubble Blast. No. No. Look, are you kidding me? Did it actually sell? There's no way. That thing is garbage. Like, who the heck would buy that? Is it over here? No, we got a bunch of Minecraft Warden action figures, and I mean a lot. I've never seen these before, and they look battery powered because they make sounds. What's the price? $10 seems a bit high, but maybe it's not too bad. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. Back to the Lightyear action figure 4-pack. I just gotta look a little harder. It has to be here. There's no way it got a price reduction already. Burlington usually takes a lot longer to do that. I really can't believe that someone would buy it even at the Burlington starting price of $10. You know what? I'm gonna check the other aisle just to make sure I didn't miss it. I mean, Lightyear was an absolute flop. Why would anyone want to buy that box? And how dare someone deprive me of the chance to get a good... On second thought, why don't we move on? Forget about everything that just happened. Before I left Burlington, I went to the checkout area to see if there are any other collectibles there, and I did find the same Super Mario Kart racers that I've seen at Ross. Unfortunately, they're $1 more expensive at Burlington. There's also these Five Nights at Freddy's action figures. These have been at Burlington on and off. $6, that's about half of what I've seen them go for on Amazon. And yeah, no one wants that Marowak figure. Anyways, let's get out of here and go to stop number 3, Ross. As per usual with this location, the shelves are moderately packed, but even with a cursory glance, I could tell there's not much to write home about. Let's try to make the best of a not so favorable situation though. And somehow we're starting off this location with a new find, a Grandista Sasuke Uchiha. The box is a bit big, and as for the dimensions, this figure is about 9.4 inches tall. $17 has been the standard anime figure pricing at Ross for a minute, so decently sized and decently priced. Okay, we're off to a great start. Why don't we keep it moving? And I spoke too soon. Here's a Fortnite Legendary Micro Series Recruit. This thing is super tiny, and it's the same cost as a solo mode action figure. No thank you. And just above that, we have a King of Artists, the Shanks. It's been a while since I last saw that one, I think. FYI, price on Shanks is also $17. At least that's 2 new anime figures so far. That's all. Oh geez, more of those junky Jada Toys car bundles. Do not want. As I was saying, my expectations for the stop were well exceeded, but I think that's where it's gonna end. I mean, just look at what's left in shot. Nothing really stands out. And as for the end cap, I think this is the most barren I've ever seen it look. It is what it is. And as for the shelves, I didn't even need to do a second look because there are no layers to peel back. It seems like things are always brighter at the checkout area in this Ross. Here's a Vibration Stars figure of Akatsuki's Deidara from Naruto Shippuden. It's the usual $17. I've seen enough of those, so let's check out what's on the lower shelves. It's the Funko Pop figures, and who do we have here? Jenny for Blackpink. I was wondering when she would show up at Ross. I did buy Jisoo around the end of 2024, and while I did see both Rose and Lisa around the same time, I didn't buy them. I kinda regret that now because I could have had the whole set. I was on the fence about buying Jenny, but I eventually caved in after I stopped recording. It's about 9 AM and we're at stop number 4, another Ross. The shelves are well filled, so let's see what's here. Something new at the very least, I hope. You hope too, right? Anyways, first up, we saw this earlier, a King of Artists, the Shanks. Let's put that back and move on. I wanted to jump to the... Oh, almost dropped that. Whew. Anyways, I wanted to jump to the end cap because some stuff caught my eye there. First thing was this 2.5-inch Buzzy Beetle figure. Though, it's much smaller than 2.5 inches. It's just the classification it's in. I like that Shy Guy figure too, but I already bought one at DD's Discounts a while ago. And the next thing that got my attention was this replica WWE Championship. Oh sorry, I got that wrong. I mean, undisputed WWE Universal Champion. With the World Heavyweight Championship back, that undisputed name means nothing. Kid me would have loved one of those, but now I could afford one of the more premium replicas. As for the other stuff here, it's all things we've seen already, so let's jump back to the shelves. It doesn't seem like there's much going on here neither. Even when I'm pulling back the layers, nothing's really standing out. When it comes to organization, it's not really here. A lot of stuff is just mixed together. Anyone want an $11 DHL replica truck? No, didn't think so. I mean, there are some cool things here like that Maximatics Satoru Gojo. I thought there was something cool back there, but I was mistaken. Just looking around, it's like, no, I think we're just gonna have to wrap it up here. This Ross rarely ever had collectibles at the checkout line, but that changed recently. Here's one of the cooler Sonic playsets that I would actually like to get, if it was slightly cheaper, but it never sticks around long enough for that to happen, unsurprisingly. The rest of the stuff here are Funko Pop figures we've encountered throughout the weeks. I'm still seeing a lot of those 1883 Funko Pop figures. We have some old guy with a name, and then right here we have Jensen Button. I saw this one a few weeks ago. I did see another 1883 Funko Pop figure around here. There it is. It's Thomas. Just Thomas. I think we're done here. Let's move on. On to stop number, let me check my notes. 5. Number 5. DD's Discounts. We're 16 minutes in and I just wanted to say thank you for sticking around and I hope you're enjoying yourselves. Don't forget to drop a like and sub. In case you missed it last week, here's a Super 7 reaction figure of Cyclonus from Transformers the movie. With that out of the way, let's check out the end cap, and there's only one thing of note here. The 4-inch Fire Mario action figure by Jakks Pacific. These have been at Ross recently, and DD's Discounts also added this to their repertoire. Same price as well, $7. Let's switch back to the rear shelf we were looking at earlier, and hold on, give me a second. Sorry, I had to let my colleague Orson know that the Bunny Rapids is coming. Anyways, what's going on here? Alright, here's another Super Mario diorama set I want, mainly due to the Mecha Koopa, but I'm not paying full price for this, only a massive clearance price. And there doesn't really seem to be much else over here. Oh wait, I lied. Here's a Dragon Ball Super Final Blast Series Super Saiyan Vegeta. There's 6 different figures to choose from, and you can even connect them to create the head-to-head beam struggles that often happen in the series. $12 seems like a decent price, and there's something no one wants. Drop it to 49 cents, or it's never gonna move. Well, there's not too much to go over here, so let's move on to the checkout line. This section looked much like it did the previous week, except all of the Grogu model kits were gone. The only things that got my attention were the Hello Kitty and Friends minifigure 2-packs. Here's Hello Kitty with a pizza slice and cinema roll with some french fries. And here, we have Hello Kitty again with a drink and Kuromi with a corn dog. I think I have that one already, but I'm not sure. After looking at all the available figures, I realized there are duplicates with different items. All 3 cinema rolls and Prudence are identical, and the only true one-of-a-kind figure in the set is Tuxedo Sam, which I have yet to find. I really have to keep note of what I buy or I'll just keep getting doubles. I have a similar cinema roll, but I don't have that exact Hello Kitty figure yet, so I'm just gonna get it. We're up to stop number 6, Ross. Comforters up top means big toy section. Remember? No? Well, that's fine. Let's start with the left side of the toy section, and something we first saw a few weeks back and appeared sporadically at Ross since, a Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta model kit. I used to have similar older Dragon Ball Z kits a while back, but I sold them after losing interest, and it hasn't come back, so I doubt I'll be getting those model kits. Here's some Heath Ledger Joker 12-inch action figures by Spin Master, and $8. If you happen to have Amazon Prime, you could get it for like 30 cents less, so not much of a deal. So what else do we got here? Another Dragon Ball Z Goku model kit. Here's a Mario Kart Hot Wheels course with a Donkey Kong figure. That actually looks pretty cool. Here's a G-Cross, GX, or is it just G-Materia anime figure of Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z. I think I last saw that around February when the anime figures first started coming back to Ross after the drought. Oh my god, I just saw a Star Wars 5th Brother Funko Pop figure. I wonder if that thing's on clearance. Actually, it probably isn't because the box looked rather pristine. Things will just get worse and the box is gonna get damaged because that thing is just gonna sit here because no one's gonna pay full price for that. This end cap has been pretty sad for a while with hardly anything noteworthy on it for several months. These junky ass G.I. Joe action figures have been here since the holidays and they still have that kind of price tag. Those should have been like 49 cents 2 months ago. The same goes for those live action Witcher series action figures. No one wants them. Next thing I found worth mentioning are these Minecraft Creator Series action figures. I saw these on and off at Ross throughout 2024 and I guess they're doing the rounds again. By the way, the Minecraft movie comes out on Friday. Is anyone gonna see it? Yes? No? Let me know in the comments. This location has been rather unremarkable this time. It seems like I've been rambling about things related to the stuff I found here rather than the items themselves. I guess that's what happens when nothing notable or at the very least new shows up. But hey, I managed to find something here, an NBA Funko Pop figure. I'm normally not into these, but it's a 10-inch 1992 Dream Team Michael Jordan. That's actually pretty cool. I love the 1992 Dream Team. They are the absolute GOAT when it comes to US men's Olympic basketball teams. No other iteration even comes close. And of course, we have more Best Action TMNT action figures. I feel like I haven't said that in a while. What's the counter at anyways? There's not much else to go over, but during my second pass of the shelves, I did find some more All Elite Wrestling action figures. Here's one of my favorite wrestlers, the American Dragon Bryan Danielson, aka Daniel Bryan in WWE. Then we have that fucking dumb Hangman Adam Page. Then we have that silly young Chris Jericho action figure. And finally, we have one of the EVPs of AEW, Kenny Omega, during his run as AEW World Champion. I gotta say, that AEW Championship accessory is really cool. It's a little past 10 AM and we're at stop number 7, another Ross. There's nothing special at this end cap, so we're gonna breeze right past it. Thank you, and right into some more Best Action TMNT action figures. Wonderful. There's not really much going on that we haven't already seen. This Ross location has been such a dud for me, I don't know why I keep coming back. Here's one of those Transformers Rise of the Beast sets. Oh, they stole it. Oh wait, never mind, there's Optimus Primal, but it looks like they stole the Butt Muncher action figure. Well, let's keep moving on, that kinda sucks. As I was saying, I keep coming back to this location because it's basically on the same path as the other stores I go to later in the video. It's purely at, oh, there's the other Butt Muncher action figure. I guess they didn't steal it after all. Anyways, it's purely out of convenience and I typically don't spend too long here, so it's not really a waste. Guardianship Batista, Combination Battle Sasuke, King of Artists The Kozuki Odin. A lot of this stuff is starting to get pretty old. Can we get some price shops already, Ross? On to stop number 8, DD's Discounts. I haven't been having much luck at this location lately, but hopefully it's different this time. Those Dev Series Arsenal Reloaded bundles have been collecting dust here for a minute, and the same goes for these Super Mario Diorama sets. They got their first price cut to $8.99, but that's not good enough for me. I want to pay 99 cents like I did for the previous Diorama sets. And what do we have here? More 4-inch Sonic the Hedgehog action figures by Jakks Pacific. It's Wave 19, the same ones I saw at Ross a few weeks ago. Here's Classic Sonic, and we also have Mecha Sonic. I didn't see Dr. Eggman nor Fang, but I wouldn't be surprised if I find those at DD's Discounts at a future date. That's not all this DD's Discounts had. Here's another Dragon Ball Super Final Blast series figure featuring Super Saiyan Goku, and it was 12 bucks just like the Vegeta we saw earlier, and that's actually right here. Are the other figures in this set here? Let's see, Vegeta. Looks like we just got Vegeta. Maybe we'll see the other figures at a future date. And there's even more Dragon Ball Super merch, these posable action figures in particular. This is the first time I've seen this exact Super Broly action figure. I always thought the set was just Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta. Why are we looking at those? No one really cares about those movie Brolys right now. Anyways, I thought the set was just Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta, which are right here, but it turns out Super Broly completes the set. And if you're wondering about the price, they're 13 bucks each. I'm pretty sure that's always been the cost for these particular action figures. It's a pretty good showing at DD's Discounts right now. Why don't we take a look at the end cap? I'm sure there's going to be some great stuff there, and I don't know if I'm being sarcastic or not, but going off that Flash figure, Maybe, I don't know. And this cat Mario is pretty cute, but there wasn't really much else there. That visit went a lot better than I expected, but let's move on to stop number 9, another Ross. When I got here, I thought the first thing that would get my attention would be a Best Action TMNT action figure, and I was right. We've come across Dark Leonardo once again. Will we see anything different from this line today? Let's keep going. By the way, we're closing in on 25 minutes. You all doing good? I hope so. I always appreciate you all coming along for the ride. Let's get back to the merch. Assuming there's going to be something worthwhile, which I'm sure there will be. Hopefully, I think. It doesn't look like there's going to be much else to find here. Geez, look at all those Best Action TMNT action figures. Hold on. You see that right there? I did not notice that while I was doing the run. I completely missed it. It's a glow-in-the-dark Shredder action figure. It looks cool, but honestly, I'm not bummed that I missed out on it. Let's move on to stop number 10, one more DD's discounts. There's not much to see, so this will be rather quick. The first thing I came across were more of these Dragon Ball Super Dragon Stars action figures. Vegeta's nothing special, but that Future Trunks has a Build-A-Figure piece. Then we have a 2.5-inch blue cat toad, but more importantly, here's a Super 7 Wreck-Gar from Transformers the movie. I hope we see more Super 7's Transformers stuff at DD's discounts. There's that standing cat Mario again, a clearance Power Rangers action figure that's been collecting dust, a worthless Hammer Girl, and hey, Pacific Rim. Anyways, onto the shelves to see the usual DD's discount slop. I mean, there's plenty of name brand stuff, but there's also a lot more off-brand crap like those Temu Power Rangers. The only other notable thing I found was this Halo Infinite 3-pack featuring UNSC Marines. The bundle costs $8, and that's an average of $2.66 per action figure. That sounds like a decent deal to me. This will be the last stop of the day, so let's see what I'm ending with. I think it was a really solid haul this time, and the savings were just as good. And that does it for another toy bargain hunting outing. If you made it this far, type best action in the comments. I didn't say the whole thing, so that doesn't add to the counter. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like, leave a comment, and sub to the channel. Patreon's down low. Be sure to check out my other outings and reviews, and I'll see you there. If not, I'll see you later.